I keep dreaming about the same thing over and over again. I've had this same dream 4 times this month. What do you think that means?
So that's a great question. This is what is typically called a reoccurring dream. And a reoccurring dream is a dream that you may have twice, 3 or 4 times, or even more. And so with a reoccurring dream, we want to take a look at what the scripture has to say. We turn to Genesis 41. I'm going to read the passage that speaks of an instance where Pharaoh actually had the same dream twice. So starting at verse 1, we're going to read, 2 full years later, Pharaoh dreamed that he was standing on the bank of the Nile River. In his dream, he saw 7 fat, healthy cows come up out of the river and began grazing in the marsh grass. Then he saw 7 more cows come up behind them from the Nile, but these were scrawny and thin. These cows stood behind the fat cows on the river bank. The scrawny, thin cows ate the 7 healthy, fat cows. At this point in the dream, Pharaoh woke up, but he fell asleep again. How many times have we done that where we have waken up from a dream and we went back to sleep?
Yep.
Now we're going to continue to see what happened with Pharaoh when he went back to sleep. Verse 5, but he fell asleep again and had a second dream. This time he saw 7 heads of grain, plump and beautiful, growing on a single stalk. The 7 more heads of grain appeared, but these were shriveled and withered by the east wind. And then these heads swallowed up the 7 plump, well-formed heads. Then Pharaoh woke up again and realized it was a dream. So as we can see from this dream, Pharaoh had 2 dreams in the same night. And the first dream, he had the thin cows that ate the healthy cows. And in the second dream, he had the thin stalks that ate the healthy stalks. It goes on to talk about how there was going to be a famine in the land. And if you continue reading that, it was a warning from God that there was a famine that was coming. If we take a look at Genesis 41, verse 32, it says the reason, now this is great because now we get a reason as to why this happened. The reason the dream was given to Pharaoh in 2 forms is because the matter has been firmly decided by God, and God will do it soon. So as we can see from this passage, Pharaoh had 2 dreams in the same night. They were similar and the same in nature. With this being said, make sure that if you have a reoccurring dream, that you take it to the Lord and you ask him what he is trying to tell you, because more than likely he's trying to get a point across or convey a message to you. So it's really important to take it to prayer.